name is Bruce Wile. My wife and I live in Chelsea. I was brought up in Petite Riviere and fished down there for many years. And then we moved here and worked in the woods after we sold the boat. This is what we've been doing ever since, is pretty much just working in the woods. Occasionally we'll work part-time somewhere else. Basically we work for ourselves. This land was in Marcia's family actually for a long time. Her grandfather bought it many years ago. And then she bought it from the estate when he passed away. There's about 100 acres here, so it's, you know, it's a large block. We're sitting just about in the center of it, so we've tons of privacy. I mean, Marcia's always loved this piece of land, right? She always wanted a piece of her own. But I remember the first time Marcia showed me the place, and I just kind of fell in love with it, I suppose, the same as she did, right at the first. We never actually thought we'd be living on it, because at the time we were fishing, and we're about 45 minutes from the shore. So we come up here, built a very small building, about 12 by 12, no power, no water, except for the well. And we lived in that for about 3 years while we built the house. So everything here, and you know, we're kind of rough carpenters, but we did build it all, everything that you see. When we work in the woods, we're cutting pulpwood, studwood, logs, this sort of thing, right? But when we come down here, we're using crooked wood, and we're doing different things with it. And the thing about wood, no matter what you're doing with it, it's warm. It's not like if you wanted to look at it as a medium, okay, you know, as something you were making. I've never used clay or any of the plastics and stuff that they can use now, but the wood is warm, you know. It feels alive, and it's actually it's very calming. It's quiet here too. I do the carving. I do most of the folk art, but Marcia shaves out buoys. She always has orders from people for buoys. So, and as a matter of fact, that's pretty much her desk over there. That's her table. And she shaves out the odd axe handle, hammer handle if I need one. But it's kind of nice because there's enough room that she can work over there and I can work over there, and it's not like the thing in the kitchen where the people start fighting with each other back and forth. It works out pretty well that way. We don't use power tools. It's all hand tools. We tried using power tools, but that didn't work out very well. We make our own knives. You know, I make my own carving knife. We tried different ones, but I couldn't quite get one that fit with the wood that we use, because where it is crooked wood, it can be different kinds. I mean, it can be hardwood or softwood, and depending on what you're doing with it, I never could find a knife that quite suited. So a friend of mine gave me a bunch of actually old fish fillet knives, and we cut them back a little bit and make a half moon shaped blade in them, and we've been using those now for years. Yeah, we do one show a year. It's the only show we do, and that's the Folk Art Festival in Lunenburg. At first that was really intimidating. There's a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of people go through there, and Marcia and I, we're kind of not exactly antisocial, but we're not, you know, out and around a lot either. One minute you're sitting there, and then they throw open the doors, and there's like 20 or 30 people right in front of you in a matter of a few seconds. It's a real shock. Everybody's asking questions about your work, and that's a little embarrassing in a sense, because you hardly know what to say. You know, people are great, you know, mostly volunteers, which is, I think, just an amazing thing, you know, because the amount of work that goes into it it's just incredible what these people go through. A lot of artists, good artists, there's some amazing carvings there, and paintings. I mean, there's everything you can think of. If it's art, it's there.